fans, it's games like this that used to get me over-medicated.
You're listening to Sports Zone.
Just a bit outside.
Where real guys talk sports.
Enough of that. I got to get into why there's so many freaking arrests in the NFL, bro. What is up with this?
Idiots.
Dez Bryant arrested.
Idiot.
Marshawn Lynch arrested for a DUI.
Yeah, the Lynch thing I just heard about. I didn't even know about that last night.
Doomerville, bro. Well, Marshawn Lynch apparently was arrested over the weekend.
Was he?
Yeah.
I just heard about this.
Doomerville arrested. What the hell is going on in the NFL? Roger Goodell, I thought you were judge, jury, and executioner, huh? Can't keep the boys in line? What's up? You got the whole Detroit Lion team practically arrested. And now you got all this. What is up with everybody? I don't understand that. Marshawn Lynch, I said this about Jason Kidd yesterday. You make millions of dollars. You cannot afford a taxi?
Yeah, and Marshawn Lynch just got paid this year, too. He got paid.
Call somebody? I just don't understand these sports athletes today. I don't get it.
You know what it is? It to me is they get that feeling of invincibility, that they can do whatever they want. And if they get pulled over, they can just be like, oh, I'm a superstar athlete. Don't you want to just let me go home? When they don't realize that, God forbid, if the cop actually does let you go home and something happens to you on the ride home, what that means for him and the rest of his life. Because as a rich athlete, you know what that means? You got a really good lawyer. And that really good lawyer will come after you because you being pulled over would be on record some way, somehow. It wouldn't be good. It really wouldn't. And you know what? I think that these guys need a kick in the tuckus. If that's how you want.
They obviously more than just a kick in the tuckus. The Doomerville story bothers me a lot, too. Because apparently there's a gun in the situation. From what I understand, I don't know how true this really is. This is just gathering information from listening to other people. Apparently, there was an issue. Doomerville showed the guy that he had a gun, and then things kind of got a little out of control from there. If Doomerville, you do have what is it? It's a registered gun. Let's just say it is registered and whatnot.
It's still concealed, though. You can't have it like that.
I just don't understand, though, if you are this sports athlete, you're a figure that people do recognize, why even carry the gun with you? There's no sense to me. Leave it at home or leave it in the car, like something else. There's no reason to have the gun on you.
No, I completely agree.
You're a sports athlete. If you're afraid that someone's going to beat you up, hire a bodyguard.
And on top of that, this is not freaking Grand Theft Auto. You don't walk up to somebody's car and pull up your shirt to flash your gun. I'm sorry. Sometimes these guys get in trouble, and it's just a bad break. You know, something stupid happened that every average person has had happen to them. We're not all covered by the media, and things get blown up in your face. Yeah, but when something stupid like this, where you blatantly just cost yourself God knows what, there's no feel bad for him. There's no, oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. You moron. You got out of your car, went up to another car, and flashed your gun at them. What did you think was going to happen?
It's just stupid, bro. People got to... I say I have to think before I speak here. All right? Athletes, you need to think before you do anything. It's plain and simple, yo. If you know you're going to go out and drink, call for a taxi or get a ride. What's so difficult about that?
Look, we go out to go out to drink, we figure out who's DD.
Oh, no.
If you can't figure out who's DD, we all agree to take a cab.
We pick somebody to drive. We don't necessarily pick a DD.
Pick a DD. I mean, when
I know when I drive, I'm not trying to get
You have
sloshed.
a beer.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
2. When I drive, I have 2 beers. If anything, I'll literally have a shot the minute I get there and not touch another. Have just a beer for the next 4 hours.
Oh man! And then you got Dez, bro. Dez Bryant arrested on a misdemeanor family violence charge.
Well, because he shoved his mom.
But still, bro, you shouldn't shove your mama.
No, you shouldn't lay your hands on your mom. Let's be honest here. My mom would put me through a wall. And, that's the thing I don't get. Des Bryant, this is actually Des Bryant's one of his numerous issues since he's been out or been drafted. He was detained but not arrested last January in Miami after a fight in a nightclub, and then was kicked out of a mall by security in Texas last summer because he was sagging his pants too low and refused to pull them up. Okay? The mall thing, whatever. Why you're in the middle of a fight at a nightclub, don't get that one. Why you're shoving your mom and then leaving so that your family can call the cops on you makes no sense to me either. If you're going to shove your mom, be a man and sit there and let your brother beat you up for doing it. You know what I mean? Let Pops put you over his knee. I don't care that you're 20 years old. Like, what are you doing? Like, why? How'd your mom make you so angry? After all these years of your life, she finally pushed you to the point where you pushed her? All the different things moms can do to drive you nuts, you finally picked now in your life to shove your mom. Are you kidding me? If you're going to do it when you're a 14-year-old teenager and you have the excuse of being a teenager, like...
Nah, man, now's the perfect time to do it, You're old enough, you make your own money, like, screw you, Mom!
I don't need you in your house.
I don't need you no more. I don't need you. Now's the time. Not when you're 14 and you can't do anything about it and you still have to live under her rules and whatnot. No. You push your mama down and then you run, bro. You run.
Yeah, run like
run
hell.
Home.
Like Gripaldi puts, man. They think Gripaldi in our chat room writes that they think that they're invincible. And they do. They walk around with this sense of cockiness that is...
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't
Probably.
you?
That's the sad part.
If you're balling...
That's the same.
We're
But
not
you
in
know
your
what?
shoes, bro.
What have Des Bryant really done? What have you really done? You never hit 1,000 yards. You never hit 10 touchdowns.
Bro, he had a good year last year.
Disappear in the second half of games. Every game he played last year, by the second half, he didn't touch the ball, or if he did, he barely did anything. There's so many different, let's be honest, Elvis Dumervil. Have you been that great of an NFL player? You've been a great pass rusher.
Good.
Don't get me wrong. You missed some time because of injury. It's just,
It's funny that you brought up Des Bryant's stats because he had 928 yards and 9 touchdowns last year. 9 touchdowns is pretty damn
still
good.
Still not 1,000 yards, still not 10 touchdowns. I know what you're saying, though. I mean, now I'm just splitting hairs at that point. I didn't know his stats were that close. But he still disappeared in the second half of games. And as a Cowboy fan, that's my beef with Des Bryant. But that's a whole different story. What I don't understand is, what? As life goes by and you achieve goals and dreams that you set for yourself, you do gain a level of confidence in yourself of, wow, look what I did. I set this goal for myself. I achieved my dream. Here I am now. What I don't understand is, where does, you mentally have to tell yourself growing up trying to achieve this goal that I got to keep myself out of trouble, that I got to try to hang with the right people and not the people that are only with me because of who I am as a football player and not who I am as a person. You tell yourself these things, and some guys do better at it than others, but where's the mind state of that go once you get your contract? Once you get your contract,
like, hey, I got paid. I'm good.
Yeah, like now I'm here, so now I don't have to do what I got to do, I'll give you that, Gripaldi, on the fact that, they're in the spotlight. They get looked at a little more, but let's be honest. I don't care. You're still a person that should have some common sense. You don't shove your mom. You don't pull out a gun in the middle of on some roadway in Colorado to scare the car that's in front of you or behind you or whatever it was. You just don't do it. It's common sense. This is not rocket science. This is not something you got to go to a self-help class to learn. It's common sense. Has you ever gotten to the point where your mom's made you mad enough you wish you could hit her?
No comment.
Okay, I'll answer that. I have gotten mad enough to the point where I wish I could hit my mom. Did I hit her? No. Did I lay a hand on her? No. You walk away. You find a pillow. You find a bed.
You find a wall.
I've put my hand through 3 different doors at my house.
I put my hand through numerous walls at my apartment.
It is what it is. You're allowed to get angry. It's nothing wrong with it. But you don't handle it like an idiot, especially when you're somebody that is in the spotlight. And these guys just apparently don't get it. Like Joey said, the whole Detroit Lions team. Look, I get it's legal to smoke weed in Michigan. I get it. The cabbage, I get it. It's cool. The grass, I'm fine. The simple fact of the matter is you are NFL players under contract. You have no health issues that require you to smoke pot. None. And if you do, you should have had your medical marijuana card on you when you got pulled over to save the stress and aggravation.
They might have, but they were arrested in different states. So if that's...
Everyone, were they really all in different...
I'm pretty positive.
Well, then you morons, you're in different states.
I know Nick Fairley was in Alabama.
All right. Not the same laws as Michigan, people. Let's figure that one out. Maybe you should know the laws you're going... those states you're going to. I don't know how to... Like, it's just so sad. That a lot, yes. Elvis Dumerville and Des Bryant are perfect examples of what Storms just wrote in the chat room. Bad decisions can kill a career. They definitely can. Des Bryant, there are tweets all over for Cowboy followers and from the Cowboys Nation that he should get suspended.
He probably will.
Will.
If you're arrested, I don't see how you can't get suspended.
Yeah,
in any sport. I'm sorry, in any sport. If you're arrested, you should be suspended.
Hey, so, Des Bryant, a guy that everybody's sitting here saying should come out this year and have a great year and, really set himself up as the first-round draft pick that he is and, show all the talent that he really has and be a dominant wide receiver. Well, you can't do that when you're sitting on the bench. And you would think after all the issues this guy's gone through, he'd say to himself, I don't want any more issues. I don't want to hear people talking about me. I don't want guys like Dave and Joe spending 30 minutes on their sports talk show talking bad about me. Well, you shouldn't get in trouble. Rapaldi, you know that's not true. Losing Des Bryant actually will hurt the Cowboys, man. They don't have that number 2 right now. And you know what, though?
Yeah, they lost Lauren Robinson.
Yeah, Lauren Robinson's in Jacksonville. I don't know, man. This is one of those things that just sort of eggs me. You know what? I want to... I don't know. I don't know if you got anything else to say about this, because, we can sit here and keep ripping these guys, but
that's true.
I'm
but
almost
you know what?
repeating myself.
We got to do real quick. We got to shout out Sarah Mother Effin Levy's dad right now. Okay. All right? So her name right now is Sarah Daddy Effin Levy. How about that?
Sarah Daddy Effin Levy?
I don't know.
I can rock with that. Shout out to Sarah Dad Effin Levy, baby.
So shout out to Sarah's dad. I'm kidding, Sarah. I'm sorry. But shout out to Sarah's dad. All right? Definitely got to do that.
So what anonymous am I? Does anybody know? We got a couple anonymous in the chat room. I'd like to shout them out, but I didn't want to shout out myself. But you know what? And while we're shouting out people, we might as well shout out to Queen Buzz. Dina and all those Queen Buzz girls. Shout out to you. Christina, I haven't seen you in the chat room the past couple days. You're probably busy with something. But, and Vitamin Water too. Shout out to Vitamin Water as well.
Absolutely.
So I think what we'll do is we'll hop into a music break. Unless anybody out there wants to call in, voice their opinions on the guys getting arrested, 201-430-2119. We do know a lot of you guys are at work, so it's a little harder for you to call in. But if you want to, please do. If not, though, or if Joey, you have anything else you want to say about these guys, but...
No reason to.